Into class. Here we go. Conducting is Chase, but he's not here. Ethan has done what must be done. Bailey may or may not be doing music and personal shares.
So Henry's gonna have.
So I might have to be backup.
Thank you.
Brett will be giving our opening prayer. No Ford is written, no Doctor Mastery, we're just skipping that today. And Tyler will be giving us our closing prayer.
Yes.
Shares. Today, Bailey. Tomorrow, Audrey. Thursday, Henry. Friday, Colin. Make sure to do your reading. 5 people left for New Testament. 17 people left for Book of Mormon.
That is not true, Henry.
Oh, that's right.
That is
Someone
not
finished.
true. Somebody finished. I wonder who it was.
You can do multiple handsprings.
Multiple handsprings and read multiple chapters. That would be you. Awesome, Addie. Add some kind of treat to your goldfish. What would compliment goldfish? Let me
Guys,
update
we're making
this.
good progress. The other sister Cooley's at 16 out of 21. I think we can catch up.
We got this.
Thomas, you like
Guys,
competitions
the
like
goal
that,
is to
huh?
not get last.
You still haven't finished the new test?
No. The goal is to not get
Guys,
last.
We'll get there.
Who hasn't finished?
Yeah, raise your hand. So we can-
No, they're written down up here, I think.
So you can tell them
I'm
all.
not gonna call them out. but we
Public
could.
shaming.
Guys, 6th and 7th period.
Well, it was
beating
a while
7th
ago.
period 5%.
You should call them out.
I do. Once in a while.
Stuff happens.
Stuff happening, guys.
I'm gonna do like a class thing. No school yesterday. Today, okay. Senior night girls basketball, JV at 5:15, varsity at 6:45. Boys are away.
Can I ask a question about that?
Yeah.
So for senior night, does senior night for the girls start early or it starts at 6:45?
I guess you can change that to 6:30 because technically it's like 15 minutes
Before the game?
So
Yeah.
change it to 6:30, I guess.
If you want to go there
If
for
you wanna
senior
go.
night? Yeah, okay. That's good.
Okay. Tennis meeting at Mr. C's classroom at 3 p.m.
Who's playing tennis in here?
I think there's
Oh, wow,
skip
that's
day.
Hey.
Become an
Yeah.
official thing.
There's
Awesome.
like almost the entire boys team is like members.
Uh-huh.
It's so good.
There's
Cool.
maybe a couple girls.
That'll be a
Did you
fun
just say it's
team.
so good or it's so
So
good?
good.
Oh.
Both are correct. Track meeting at question mark time.
Who's in track and does anybody know when the track meeting is today?
There's a track meeting today?
How?
I don't know.
That's the rumor going about
I
town.
think that was.
I think there's a tennis.
No, we already had the track.
baseball meeting.
I thought the track meeting already happened.
Yeah, it did, and this, oh.
Exploding kittens and exploding rollers.
Yeah, Henry, we already had it.
I didn't put it down.
You rapscallion.
There is some.
Did you intend to share that with Thomas? Here we go.
So no track meeting.
No track meeting.
My bad.
I'm so sorry.
What? I know, it's fine. You just keep going.
Youth activities on Wednesday at probably 7 o'clock. I don't know. State wrestling Friday and Saturday. Senior night boys basketball on Friday. JV at 5:15. Varsity at 6:45. Probably 6:30. Girls basketball away. Mission prep at 2 p.m. on Sunday. Be there or be a triangle. All right. Be a triangle. Question today. When have I been mad at the messenger because I didn't like their message? And what is it like to be the messenger of hard messages?
Henry, thank you for covering for us. Would you rather have a really hard now and later or a Laffy Taffy? It's yellow
That is the
flavor.
best flavor of
Yellow
That's
flavor.
the worst flavor.
Thanks for stepping up and helping out.
Bananas are really good.
Well, I use it.
Artificial bananas.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good.
We're missing a few people today. We'll do the best we can. Yeah, we'll be here. Glad you're here because you got the shares. You ready?
Yeah. I thought it was a scripture, so I just found a song, but for some reason I like brought up a scripture and like did this whole thing on that. So it's gonna be like a dumb song, but it's funny. It still works.
Do you have a song?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Are you gonna connect?
Can I just do it off my earphones?
I know, that's the thing. It's like I don't want my messages to show up there. I feel the same, but you know. I think there is.
You know, a lot of identity.
I totally just flip it over.
And I'll go throw it in the garbage bag.
Who's gonna be the next one to get their reading done? There's still a few good things to
I'll
do.
do it.
The pickle is still here, I think.
There's a fan.
Huh?
There's a fan.
There's a fan in here. Yeah, see?
I'm
There's
your
some good
greatest
stuff.
fan.
There's some fake cheese sticks. All kinds of things. Oh wait, what? You changed your mind?
Yeah, forgetting to stop.
Okay, here we go.
It also depends
Sometimes I love about this guy. Today was supposed to be dry, but that's not what I need. Life's so unpredictable. Things might not be going my way, but it's gonna be good. No things are going sideways. I got a smile on my face. Nothing's gonna break me down, 'cause I know whatever happens, he knows he'll never leave me alone. I'll be okay, and it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. He made all the planets, he made all the stars in the sky. He knows what he's doing. He's gonna make it alright. And when the wind's blowing, there might be a reason. It is something I'm learning, something I'll never forget. Life's so unpredictable. Things might not be going my way, but it's gonna be a good day. No things are going sideways. I got a smile on my face. Nothing's gonna break me down, 'cause I know whatever happens, he knows he'll never leave me alone. I'll be okay, and it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Though things are going sideways, I got a smile on my face. Nothing's gonna break me down, 'cause I know whatever happens, he knows he'll never leave me alone. I'll be okay. It's gonna be a good day. Though things are going sideways, I got a smile on my face. Nothing's gonna break me down, 'cause I know whatever happens, he knows he'll never leave me alone. I'll be okay, and it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a
Let me see this.
We have.
Oh, that's so true. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this celebrating today. Thank you for us not a good day. And what will happen in this lesson in the name of Jesus.
Oh no.
No longer
We can't tune in. Bailey, share.
Okay, so when I lived like in LA, it was kind of like a hectic time because we were like moving from Pennsylvania to LA, and it was like I had to go to live in Utah for a while, like while they were fixing up the house. It was just like super chaotic, And then when we were there, it was like during COVID, and my dad was like working for the Lakers team at the time, like as his doctor, as like their doctor. And it was kind of like a bummer to all of us because like since it was COVID, there was like the bubble and everything, so we couldn't see my dad for like a while, and it was just like a lot going on. And so every time like my dad got the chance to like come home, he would like play that song, and like we would have this little like dance party in our little tiny like apartment in LA because like everything's like so expensive. But it was just like, I don't know, like some fun memory that I have that would always like brighten up all of our days.
Cool. Good memory. Dance parties with the
Dance
family.
parties with the family.
Even though things were tough, found ways to make little moments.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I really like those lyrics. Actually, really good stuff in there. Even though things are going sideways and not going your way, it's still going to be okay. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Any good news to share? Yeah.
State went pretty well.
State swimming.
Yeah, we broke all.
What does
our
pretty
records.
well mean? You broke all your PR.
Yeah.
And you broke the school record.
Not school records broken this time.
But hey,
How close were you?
Really, not super far off from breaking the record.
so you could say that it was a failure because you didn't win,
Nope.
right?
No.
Did not win, but it was not a failure because we did what we set out to do,
What did you set out to do? If it wasn't win and beat everybody,
just to beat ourselves.
there you go. Believe that? Is that true? The real winning is making progress,
No.
not beating other people. Competition just helps you improve, really. That's really the point of it, right?
Well, it's also like, where's the success if there's no progress? So
Exactly. There isn't.
you're not gonna succeed in anything, you don't have progress.
Yeah. I mean, that really needs to be the focus, because no matter what, if you're going by comparison only to other people, you'll always fail if your pool's big enough of competition. You got a little pool of competition, you could be a big fish in a small pond. Yeah, but you just widen up that pool of competition, and pretty soon you're gonna lose, unless you're top in the world, really, which somebody is, but it's not you, and it's not me.
We're not one half.
So it really is about individual competition. Me against me, can I do better? And that is, welcome to the plan of salvation, welcome to the gospel of Jesus Christ. That's what it's all about. Me against me, Christ helping me become better, and us helping each other become better together. Don't misunderstand what the gospel's about. That's what it's about.
I was gonna say, we talked a lot about that in our practices actually, cause.
Well, you're not really winning, right?
'cause
Yeah.
everyone, it's been a thing for a while, like girls basketball here has always been the best, and there's been actually a couple like people that like news people and some other people have been asking, why are you going to 5A? Like, why don't you
drop
go
down to 5A? Be more competitive.
And I think every time my coach has said, what's the point of dropping down when you're playing the best? We play two of the best teams in our state, so it's kind of talking about how you can have a smaller pool and being the bigger fish, or have a bigger pool and you're one of the smallest fish.
Yeah.
And it's kind of talking about progress. You're not gonna get better by playing someone that you're already better than.
Right.
And so I think correlating with that, like how we always talk about that it's okay that we're 6A because we're playing the best that we can play in this
You
state.
can't get
Yeah.
harder competition than that.
And so why not play the best of the best to see how we actually perform and obviously get better. So I don't know. I just kind of correlated to that because it's true. Like
That's good.
you don't want to just keep dropping down because it's not. You don't really know what your potential is when you keep dropping down. So
Right.
I don't know.
So true. I don't know if you guys saw the newspaper article with Sydney's picture right on the front page of the sports section. It was pretty cool, but what it said is they just keep showing up. The main thing was this team keeps showing up to practice every day and working really hard. They're not winning games, but they're showing up and they're trying, and that's what matters the most. Cool. Either good news, we got some wrestlers who rocked it at district competitions. Tyler came in second at districts, right? And his competition was the best in the state. And he went out there and rocked it against that dude. That was a hard fight. So awesome, Tyler. Charlie came in first in his weight class. He had a nice picture in the newspaper as well over the weekend. So congratulations, guys, for your hard work. Any other good news? Yeah.
I was lead scorer on Friday.
You were lead scorer on your team on Friday?
And we lost by less than we did last time.
Okay. That's good.
It was closer this time.
But the good news is that you are progressing as a player, right?
They had 2 JV kids on the team, so.
Oh yeah, okay.
So they like
Had a better competition. Great. Good job. Good news. Possible. Anything else? All right. So I want to try something today. I've been thinking, like, how do scriptures become real? How do they? Oh, well, we've got this too. Let's think about this, and then we'll get to that. Because sometimes you don't know, like, you don't go to the doctor if you're not sick, right? You're not going to go to the table to eat food if you're not hungry, or maybe if you're stressed, you will. But that's beside the point. Usually we don't go looking for something until we need to find it, right? You can lose something for months and not really care until you need it, and then you go looking for it. So identifying problems that we have helps us to get more out of the scriptures, because then we go looking for answers. No questions, no need to look for answers. No problems, no need to try to find solutions, right? No conflicts, no attempt to find resolutions. So this is one question that helps us figure out, how do these Book of Mormon stories that my teacher told me help me in my life? When have I been mad at the messenger because I didn't like their message? Think about that. It's probably happened. And then next, let's try to get a little bit sympathetic. Say, what is it like to be the messenger of hard messages? Have you been the one to be the bearer of a hard message to somebody? It was on you to do that. What was that like? Well, let's answer the first question first. First things first. I want you to answer this question to your neighbor like we normally do. Have you been mad at the messenger because of their message? Not because of the messenger necessarily, but because of the message they carried. You've heard people say,
don't kill the messenger.
Don't shoot the messenger just because you don't like the message. Well, happens all the time. So, let's pair off here. Tyler and Charlie can skip that chair there. You guys chat. You two, this works out. Thomas, Sydney's here. Yes.
I'll be with you. I'll be with you.
You talk to Sydney. Yeah.
And then who does Ethan talk to?
And
he's perplexed.
Who does Ethan talk to? Okay, you talk to me and you talk to me. Okay? Okay, since you asked. We are new characters.
Okay, let me
I love when they no. I love when they shout out jokes. Also, I love when they dive laughing. Usually it's mainly, but I don't think it was.
Messenger from somebody else. No, the messenger from
I don't know how to do this.
It's only really been bad once. You know
It's hard because like you can see things that they can't and try to share that with them in front of your post or like
Anyways, just for like.
Is this right?
You've never seen like the glitter on the
Okay, well, he's gonna know it.
It's like that.
Okay, well, just rewrite it in your handwriting.
I remember last year.
Good chat.
Is it right? Bro, that's not.
All right, guys. I'm curious to know what some of your comments are, and then let's get into the text of this here. Who liked what their talking companion had? I saw a high five over here.
Oh, yeah.
There was a high
It was a good
five.
high five.
Was it about that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what did Henry say? Sorry, bad talk.
Yeah, it was okay. Hold up, I need to like show my Okay.
That's a thing that you need a second to regroup.
So I'm gonna talk about what you said.
Yeah, and then she's gonna say what you said. 'cause
Yeah,
she's
I'll
listening.
say, I just like.
All right.
Okay. So they was talking about how she had a time when things weren't quite going right, and she said she was watching General Conference, and she started getting mad at the prophet a little bit because there were some things that she was like feeling at the moment, and then she had to take a moment to kind of step back and be like, calm down.
Yeah, because you realized you were getting mad at the messenger because he was saying something probably that was highlighting something you were doing wrong or whatever, right? Yeah. Good. That's a hard moment.
I had a flashback. He kind of just talked about that in cross country, right? He was like not like making progress, and he was just like having a hard time with it, and he was just like really beating himself up over it, and his coach was like could tell from that, and was able to like just talk to him and like give him like a better look on it, and I don't know, just like really help him through it.
Oh, so your coach helped talk you down from. So who was the messenger that you were mad at initially?
Kind of the coach a little bit, because he was like, "You're doing this wrong. You need to be able to not be mad at yourself." It was kind of he was telling me like he was kind of telling me it's your fault. Like you've been like you're the one who's holding yourself back. And so I
didn't want to hear that.
No, I wanted to be like, I had a cramp or I couldn't breathe right.
It's an external thing that you could scapegoat you're not doing well to, because so it wouldn't be your fault, right? How many have done that? We experienced some sort of a failure or not living up to our own expectation of others, and then we immediately try to dish it off to something that is not our fault, out of our control. So easy to do, because why do we do that? Why do we do that? Does it make us feel better?
Not necessarily, but we want to take the blame away from ourselves, I guess. Make
Right.
people like look at us better.
Yeah.
'Cause
We
let's-
don't want to fail. We hate
Yeah.
not living up to the expectation. It makes us safer when we can blame somebody else. We don't want to take the responsibility. So it's constantly we want to try to dish it off, make an excuse. But then, if we're really honest with ourselves, really, what is it? We know we're lying, really, but that's kind of deep down. A lot of us don't want to go there, so we can live on the surface of that fake scenario we've created for ourselves that is not our fault. Okay, good. Those who point us to our own faults, sometimes we get mad at them, even if they're right. I've experienced that a few times. I've been mad at people who've called me out, and I've been like, they're jerks. They're awful. How rude. But really, I needed to hear it. Yeah, you had a comment? Incoming.
I was just gonna say, like, one second. I just forgot it.
It comes back to you.
Actually, Ethan had a good thing.
Okay.
He kind of said, like, the second one of, like, what was it?
What's it like to be the messenger of hard messages?
He was talking about how his dad and how he's like a doctor, and like he's had multiple times where he's had to tell people certain things, and he has told him one time like having to cut off a woman's foot before and having to tell her that she won't have a foot, and how like that's a really hard thing to tell someone, and it's a very like I think he was just saying like it's a hard thing to do, like, but it's also something that's necessary. But we were also talking about how like a lot of people's first reactions to hard messages are always a shock and a disbelief, because a lot of people don't want to believe, like as we were saying, that either we're failing at something or that something traumatic is about to happen to us or something did happen to us. And so I think a lot of the time it's a cultural shock on us, not only as a first reaction, but like I think that's just a common thing in a human nature, that's our first reaction with hard messages.
Yeah.
And so I think in general, a hard message is a hard message for that person to even say.
It is hard. It's very difficult to be the bearer of hard messages. And so sometimes hard messages are sad messages. That was my left hand. Bad throat call with my left hand. I'm improving. So sometimes hard messages are true messages that are just sad news, right? But sometimes hard messages are hard because they're true. And what's the problem with speaking truth to people? That makes it hard to be the messenger.
They hate the truth.
People don't want to hear it. And if the guilty take the truth to be hard, or the wicked do. Yes, absolutely. But what if you need to speak the truth? We don't like it because people don't like the truth because their reaction is negative, so there's negative emotion there that we try to avoid, and it creates conflict. Here's the truth. You don't want to hear it. Here's the truth. I'm trying to speak it. We're going to be in conflict with each other over this point. We try to avoid that, especially these days. It's like, do whatever you got to do to make people comfortable. Avoid awkwardness at any cost. And so we don't speak the truth, even if that truth is speaking up for ourselves. We won't speak it sometimes. Hey, Chase. We won't speak it sometimes.
The ceiling?
Because we want to avoid conflict. So sometimes the messenger has to have enough courage to get into the conflict in order to deliver their message. Parents who lack courage to do this hurt their kids because they don't want to tell them the truth. Some of you may have parents who are all along that spectrum. They'd rather protect you from the truth than to tell you the truth, because the truth will hurt you and make you feel sad or make you feel uncomfortable or make you go into your little cave and start feeling sorry for yourself. And so parents often protect their kids from truth because they're not willing to be the courageous messenger that says, you need to shape up. That wasn't right. because we don't like to hear it, right? So sometime you're going to have to be the bearer of hard messages. How are you going to react when you know you feel compelled to speak the truth, especially when it comes to speaking up for yourself? It's a hard thing to do. We shrink from it. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying, but so one of the hardest truth to speak is that I'm worth it. I'm valuable, and I'm not going to put up with that in my life. Stop it, or I'm out. This is very, very hard truth to speak. So are you courageous enough to be the bearer of hard messages, especially when that message is in your favor, for speaking up for yourself or for somebody else? It's tough. It's really tough. We are. You want to get to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm running out of time.
Well, there's always tomorrow.
I don't run out of time.
So what we've done is we've primed the pump, Thomas. We've primed the pump, so now the water can flow. So we're making Book of Mormon messages, stories come alive for us here. One way to do that, hint number 27, is to ask the characters questions. As we're reading it, we act like they're real people, and we ask them questions. So I want to practice that a little bit today. We're going to be in 1 Nephi chapter 3, all the way in chapter 3 by now. We're making progress. We're not in chapter 2 anymore. And I've got some people who are going to be the characters here. So I kind of spent a little time color coding this. It's like a script. When you're getting ready to finish a script for a movie, but you're not ready to cast it yet, you have table reads, which means you invite actors to come and sit around a table and just read the script. So you can try to work out if it makes sense, if it's right, if it's good. So this is kind of like a table read, where we got the characters here, and Ethan tried the other day, and Janelle did. We're trying to read it in the first person. So we have to adapt it a little bit. So we've got Laman, we've got Nephi, we've got Lehi. Fix your card there, Brett, so I can see who's who. We've got the Lord. Thomas is the Lord. Ethan is Laban. Janelle. So we need another one of those cards. Give us one of those extra cards that you have. Here's Sariah. You already volunteered for that job.
Did my Sarai get stolen?
Both of them.
Yeah, Brother Johnny just stole it from you and gave it to Chase.
Anybody else? You get to be Lemuel.
Whoa.
I know. We already volunteered. My goodness. Okay, so let's do this. We don't have much time. We'll get started here. All right. Nephi, you start us off. As we have questions, so everybody follow along. We're in chapter 3. You have to adapt. Be adaptable. Read it as if it's first person. Okay? So be looking in advance for your part in the script. All right? So, and then think of questions. If you're not one of the characters, think of questions to ask the characters about what's going on here, so we can get a little bit more information. Helps a lot to bring the story to life. Okay, Nephi.
Okay.
It did not come to pass, okay?
Got it.
Right.
When I came back from praying and speaking with the Lord, I went to the tent of my father to talk to him, and he spoke to me and he said,
I dreamed a dream in which the Lord commanded me.
And the Lord.
Thou and thy brethren shall
Wait.
return through.
He's talking to Lehi, not Lehi's brethren.
wait, what?
Okay, so what does the Lord say to Lehi? Lord?
Thou and thy brethren.
He doesn't. Because who's the Lord talking to?
He says to Nephi,
He's talking to Lehi, saying who has to go?
your sons.
Yeah, but still. You don't have to change that though.
You just gotta say Nephi and his brother.
All right, we'll go with it, because we don't have time to fix that. Go ahead.
Which like what the Lord said. Now thy brethren shall return to Jerusalem. For behold, Laban hath the record of the Jews, and also a genealogy of thy forefathers, and they are graven upon plates of brass.
The Lord commanded me that
Thou and thy brothers should go unto the house of Laban, and seek the record, and bring them down hither into the wilderness.
Is that the woods outside?
Possibly. We don't know.
Thomas is.
I am.
Maybe the Lord is not a bass voice.
Who I am.
Okay, keep going. We're in 5.
And now your brothers are saying,
It is a hard thing which you have required of us.
but behold, I have not required it of them, but it is the commandment of the Lord. Therefore, go, Nephi, and you'll be favored of the Lord.
I will go and I will do the things which the Lord hath commanded me. For I know that the Lord giveth no commandments unto the children of men, save he shall prepare a way for them to accomplish the thing which he hath commanded them.
Lehi?
Oh, I'm really glad.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm really glad.
Yeah, she did it.
I knew you were blessed of the Lord. Awesome. Okay, this one, I gave the wrong color here. So let's give this one to Lemuel, verse 9.
We took our journey in the wilderness with our tents to go up to the land of Judah.
Very good. And then we get there, Laman.
Oh shoot. I and my brother did consult one with another.
What does that mean?
We were thinking really hard.
We were brainstorming, thinking really hard. How are we going to do this?
We were
So what did we do? Laman. Oh, let's see. Sam. Who's Sam? You stole Sam. Sam? Sam already doesn't have a voice and you just made it worse. Oh, there it is. Okay, Sam.
Poor Sam. I bet Sam is
Poor Sam, right? Don't want to hear what Sam has to say? Sam has lines here.
You want to be Sam? Come on. Pick it up.
Nephi was strong.
You're not Sam.
I only had 2 lines.
He was mighty.
Thomas, be Sam.
Nephi did not skip.
So where are we?
Exactly. Okay, so you are going to be in verse 11.
And we cast lot, and I and my brothers cast lots, who of us should go in unto the house of Laban. And it came to pass that Laban drew the lot, and Laban went in unto the house of Laban, and he talked with him as he sat in the house. And he desired
All right, and then Laman says,
Laban, I desire of you the records which were engraven upon the plates of glass, which contain the genealogy of my father.
I'm angry. Get out of
Exactly.
my presence. You can't have the records. Behold, thou art a robber, and I will slay thee.
Boom.
Alright, nice talk.
And Laman?
Then I told all my brothers the things which Laban had done unto us. And we began to be exceedingly sorrowful. And my brethren were about to return unto my father in the wilderness.
Okay, good. Okay, rough idea here. Think of tomorrow, maybe we'll ask some questions of these characters. One question I have is, where did you go, Nephi, when you were praying? You returned, but where were you? Why did you go there? That's one question. Okay, no time left. Love you guys. Thanks for your shares and your contributions. Hope something sticks a little bit from today. Leave this with you in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Those are friends, Tyler.
Tyler? All right. Thank you.
short and kind of sour.
See ya.